Okay, in my last video, I mentioned that I took a small loss on natural gas. It wasn't natural gas itself, it was NGAS ETF, which was experiencing a lot of decay. So I wasn't comfortable holding an instrument for the medium to long term because I think natural gas is a great play long term. But the instrument I bought, NGAS, was just experiencing too much decay. So I got out of that. Now, that's not the worst thing because natural gas has since taken quite a drop, and I intend to go back in. I just need to find a better instrument, or maybe N gas stabilizes a bit, but that's something I want to cover. ETF erosion. Just because something's going to go up doesn't mean you can't lose money on the trade because some of these financial instruments are just horrible. You pay for them via decay. It's like almost a commission, and it's a short-term trade. Some of the ETFs are better than others, but anyway, I'm going to make a video on that. But since I'm covering losses, and the natural gas loss was very small because it did actually pump as I got out. It's just now it would have been bigger, but I intend to go back in that one. Now, covering losses, NVDA. And this again was a loss I didn't mind taking because it would have been way worse. So here, I think like a lot of people, that NVIDIA, PE, whatever metric you want to put on it is ridiculous, but it doesn't mean something can't keep going up. So my average was about 440. I think it was 337 or something. But I was trading it back and forth. I made some good moves, but what I had left, the average was about 440, let's say. So we started to take out the descending, which is my favorite trade. So I could see it was strong. It came down here. I got out again, by the way, just here. I remember 451.11. And then I was ready. I expected a small bounce, maybe a flush, and then I wanted to take out more, but I was still expecting to cover the rest in this gap fill. It wasn't to be the case. It went back up here. I did not re-short because I could tell that even though this is a level, we're hitting like triple top cup and handle. It looks strong. And then I remember during this period, I thought, okay, now we're going to go back down here. And if we did, it would have looked really bad and actually would have gone down here. But the market, we know what the market's done the last couple of weeks, just crazy stuff. So I got out here. I stopped out. It's a psychological stop. I never have physical stops. But as soon as I saw it cross 500, I was all right, that's it. I'm out. I'm covering everything. So I covered everything with this, so the remaining loss was, let's say 440, right? 13%, right? That's my loss, let's say, like that's my loss. But since then, it's gone all the way up here. The reason I'm covering that now is because I went re-short 599.35 or something on NVDA yesterday. So, a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to sell at a loss, or in this case, I don't want to buy at a loss. It's the same thing. Because that means I've actually lost. Well, I lost as soon as it was up here at 500, that loss was real, right? It's not realized, but it's a fact. Like I'm down, 13%. So I got out and I re-shorted exactly the same amount up here. So was that a worthwhile loss? Yeah, it was because now, I mean, as long as it comes down, otherwise I keep losing. It's probably best if I don't re-short. But the point is, it was good to take that loss because it went all the way up. I would have incurred a bigger loss. Now that I'm re-short, if it moves back down to, let's say, this level here, 520s, I've made back the money I lost there. And that's just to get back to 520, which is higher than, this level here where I took the loss. So the point is, not always, but you have to shake that psychological stutter that you have when you think, oh, I don't want to buy or I don't want to sell because that means I take the loss. No, sell. Sell because it can go down more and then you can buy back. So anyway, I mean, this trade, I still think it should happen long term. NVIDIA is ridiculous, but we know the market keep going up. It has gone up a lot. I'm not sure if I'm looking for a drop this big, but I'm looking for a bit of a drop. I think the chart will be clearer later, but obviously 500 is support. I don't want to draw too many lines just now. That's not the point of this video, but if the market does tumble a bit, and let's look at the Nasdaq because obviously the Nasdaq's been going up a lot more than the rest. Look at that candle yesterday was not the best. You can expect a bit of a drop, but anyway, that was just to cover the Nvidia trade. I did get out at 500. My average was okay, and I re-shorted basically the same amount that I got out of. So let's see what happens. That's it. That's just what that video is for, just to cover my Nvidia, which I haven't discussed in a while because I don't really cover the general markets anymore since people seem to be more interested in commodities. But I thought that was worthwhile. It's a good lesson anyway. So, okay, good luck.